What do you do when someone disrespects you? When they cut you down with their words or make you feel small? Do you fight back with anger? Do you let their words define you? Or do you quietly take it, hoping it'll pass? We all know what it feels like. That sting of a harsh comment, the anger that rises in your chest, the feeling that someone has just tried to rob you of your peace. It's not easy. The moment someone disrespects you, it feels like a challenge. It's a challenge to your worth, to your pride, to everything that makes you feel strong and confident. But what if I told you there's a way to handle disrespect that not only protects your peace, but actually makes them regret ever disrespecting you in the first place? It's hard to ignore the pain when someone disrespects you. In those moments, it's like your heart and mind are flooded with emotions. Anger, confusion, disbelief. You feel like you've been pushed into a corner, like your dignity has been stolen away. And in that split second, you might feel the urge to lash out, to defend yourself, to make them see how wrong they are. But here's the truth. Reacting impulsively doesn't give you control over the situation. It gives them the power to control how you feel. Here's what most people don't realize. Disrespect is not about you. It's never really about you. When someone disrespects you, it's a reflection of their own insecurities, their own struggles. They lash out to make themselves feel better, to deflect attention from their own pain. But if you don't respond to it, if you don't let it hook you, you take away the power they think they have over you. Instead of being triggered, instead of being pulled into their negativity, you stand firm in your own worth. You protect your peace by refusing to let their words and actions determine how you feel. You rise above. Now, I know that's easier said than done. It's not easy to stay calm when your emotions are firing on all cylinders. But that's the key. The more you learn to stay composed, the more you begin to realize that your peace is far more important than any insult. Your response, or lack of one, becomes your most powerful tool. And in that silence, in that moment of calm, you begin to show them something they'll never forget: your strength. You might be asking, how does this make them regret it? Here's how. When you respond with composure, when you refuse to lower yourself to their level, you send a message they'll never be able to ignore. You show them that you're not bothered by their disrespect, that you don't need to react to prove your worth. In that moment, you've already won. You've made it clear that you're in control, and that, more than anything else, is what makes them regret treating you that way in the first place. But here's the reward. When you take the high road, when you choose your peace over retaliation, you free yourself from the cycle of negativity. You begin to create a life where no one has the power to shake your confidence. No one has the power to define your worth. You become unshakable. And isn't that what you deserve? Isn't that the kind of person you want to be? Someone who stands firm in their value, no matter what others say or do. Stay with me, because what's coming next is going to give you the tools to transform how you handle disrespect forever. You'll learn how to turn those painful moments into stepping stones for your growth. Keep listening, and you'll see how you can take back your power, your peace, and your confidence in ways you've never imagined. When you truly understand that their disrespect has nothing to do with you, it changes everything. Their words can only hurt you if you let them. And that's the key. You decide how much power you give to their actions. You get to choose how you respond. The moment you stop internalizing their negativity, you take back control over your life, your emotions, and your peace. Disrespect doesn't have the power to define your worth unless you let it. Think about that for a moment. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. The way they treat you is not a reflection of your value. It's a reflection of their own battles, their own limitations, their own unresolved pain. People lash out because they're struggling. Their words are often a cry for help, a reflection of their own inadequacies, not your shortcomings. When you realize this, you begin to see disrespect for what it really is, a weapon of insecurity. It's not a threat to you unless you allow it to be. And here's the truth. You don't need to fight back to win. You don't need to defend your honor with anger or aggression. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You are already enough. You are worthy of respect simply by existing. Your worth isn't determined by their words. You don't need their approval, their validation, or their respect to know your value. The moment you accept this, you start to change the game. When you choose not to engage in their negativity, when you don't let their words shake you, you become a force of calm strength. Your silence becomes your power. It's a statement of confidence. It's you saying, I don't need to react to feel strong. I don't need to prove my worth. I know who I am. And when you respond like this, it's not about them anymore. It's about you. It's about showing up for yourself in ways that demand respect, even without saying a word. Think of it like this. Every time you stand firm in your own sense of worth, regardless of how others treat you, you reinforce your inner strength. You build a foundation that can't be shaken. The more you practice this, the more it becomes second nature. It becomes your default. You'll stop reacting with anger, frustration, or hurt because you've trained yourself to rise above it. And the more you rise above their behavior, the more powerful you become. This doesn't mean you allow people to walk all over you. No, it means you don't need to stoop to their level to make a point. You don't need to lose your peace to win the argument. The real power comes from your ability to stay grounded in who you are, even when they try to knock you down. And that's where the true transformation happens. When you stop giving them the power to disrupt your inner peace, you begin to attract respect in ways that matter. You stop tolerating the things that don't serve you and start creating a life where only positive energy flows. Imagine how different your life would be if you always responded to disrespect with grace, confidence, and calm. How would you feel knowing that no one, no matter how harsh or rude, can ever take away your peace, that no one can make you feel small because you've already accepted your own greatness? That's the reward. That's the freedom. That's the life of power and peace you deserve. This is not just about handling disrespect. It's about reclaiming your personal power. It's about understanding that you can't control what others do, but you can control how you respond. And when you master that, when you stop letting their negativity control you, you are free. Free to be yourself, free to live your life without fear of what others think, and free to move forward in your own strength. You see, the more you learn to protect your peace, the more you'll realize how much energy you've been wasting on things that don't matter. You'll stop caring about what other people say or think and start focusing on what truly moves you forward. That's when the magic happens. That's when you become unstoppable. The truth is, you don't need to engage in a battle to prove your strength. Your power isn't found in how loud you can yell or how hard you can fight back. It's found in your ability to stand your ground, to hold on to your peace even when the world around you is trying to shake it. Every time you stay calm, composed, and in control of your emotions, you affirm to yourself that you are the one who dictates your reality. You decide how you feel, how you respond, and how you move forward. It's easy to believe that disrespect can only be confronted with force, but real power comes from knowing that you don't need to prove anything to anyone. You are enough as you are. You don't have to engage in a power struggle to demonstrate your worth. Your worth is already built into your identity. No one can take that from you unless you allow it. The more you internalize this truth, the stronger you become. Every time you face disrespect and choose to rise above it, you're doing more than protecting your peace. You're building a new version of yourself, a version that no longer needs to respond to negativity, no longer needs validation from others. You're becoming someone who stands firm in their own self-worth, regardless of what anyone else says or does. And that version of you, that person is unstoppable. That person doesn't just survive the challenges life throws at them. They thrive because they've learned to rise above. This isn't about being passive. This is about being so grounded in who you are that no one can shake your foundation. When you know your worth, you don't need to react to every insult or attack. You recognize that when people lash out, it's not about you. It's about their own struggles. They might be fighting battles you don't even know about, and their disrespect is just a reflection of their own unresolved pain. You don't need to carry that weight. You don't need to absorb their negativity. You have the power to let it go. And when you let it go, you free yourself. You free yourself from the cycle of anger, frustration, and resentment that keeps you tethered to their actions. You stop giving them control over your emotions. You stop letting their words and behavior dictate how you feel. You take back your peace, your power, and your sense of self. You stop being a victim of their negativity and start being the architect of your own life. This shift in perspective is liberating. When you stop reacting to disrespect, you realize just how much emotional energy you've been wasting on things that don't deserve your attention. Every time you choose to stay calm, every time you choose to rise above, you reclaim that energy. You stop engaging in the drama and start investing in your own growth. You start putting your energy into things that elevate you, your dreams, your passions, your goals. And as you do this, you start to attract the kind of energy you deserve. You become magnetic to people who respect you, who value you for who you are, and who lift you up instead of tearing you down. You stop settling for toxic relationships, toxic situations, and toxic behavior. You start to recognize that your time, your energy, and your peace are far too valuable to waste on things that don't align with your worth. This is the transformation that happens when you stop allowing disrespect to affect you. You stop giving people power over your peace. You stop reacting from a place of pain or insecurity. Instead, you act from a place of confidence, of inner strength, and of self-respect. And when you do that, you not only gain control over your own life, you start to create a life that's filled with respect, love, and positivity. You become a living example of the kind of person who attracts greatness simply by being themselves. The more you practice this mindset, the more you'll begin to realize that respect isn't something you have to fight for. It's something that naturally comes when you start to live authentically, when you stand strong in your own truth, and when you stop allowing anyone to make you feel small. And in that process, you'll not only change how others see you, you'll change how you see yourself. You'll become someone who knows their worth, who is unshaken by negativity, and who will never again settle for anything less than the respect they deserve. As you begin to let go of the need to prove yourself to others, something incredible happens. You start to realize how much energy you've been wasting on things that don't serve you. Every time you react to disrespect, you give away a piece of yourself. You give away your time, your emotional energy, your peace of mind. You spend your days tangled in negativity, weighed down by the actions of others, instead of moving forward with purpose and power. But when you finally take control, when you choose to stay grounded in your own worth, you stop giving away that energy. You start reclaiming what's rightfully yours, your focus, your confidence, your strength. Think about how much more of your life you could enjoy if you stopped letting the disrespect of others take up so much space in your mind. What would your days look like if you didn't spend time ruminating over harsh words, wondering what you did wrong, or letting anger take hold of your thoughts? You'd have more room for growth, for opportunity, for peace. You'd have more space for the things that truly matter, your dreams, your aspirations, the relationships that lift you up. The truth is, every time you allow someone to drag you down, you're preventing yourself from stepping into the life you truly want. You're holding yourself back from becoming the person you're meant to be. But when you stop letting disrespect control you, when you stop responding to negativity with more negativity, you unlock the door to your own potential. You stop allowing other people to dictate your energy, and you begin to live with intention. You begin to take the power back. And here's what makes all of this even more powerful. The more you practice standing firm in your worth, the more you start to see the world respond differently to you. People who once tried to tear you down begin to notice that their tactics don't work anymore. They can't get a rise out of you. And when they realize they no longer have the power to control your emotions, they're forced to either change their behavior or walk away. And you know what? It's okay if they walk away, because when you stop engaging in toxic energy, you create space for healthier, more fulfilling relationships. You attract the kind of people who lift you up, who respect you, who understand your value. And that's where the magic happens. Imagine how different your life would be if you always acted from a place of inner strength, if you always chose to protect your peace over reacting to every slight. You'd stop tolerating disrespect in any form. You'd stop accepting anything less than what you deserve. And the moment you stop tolerating it, you open up the space for something far greater: respect, dignity, and love. These things are not earned by fighting back or proving yourself. They are attracted by the person you become, the person who knows their worth, who stands firm in their boundaries, and who chooses to live from a place of authenticity and inner peace. This doesn't mean that people won't try to disrespect you again. Life doesn't always work that way, but it does mean that you will no longer be shaken by it. You will no longer let it steal your joy, You will no longer feel the need to fight for respect because you will know deep down that it's already yours. Your self-respect will shine through, and no one will be able to ignore it. You'll stop letting the opinions of others dictate your life. You'll stop letting people make you feel small, and as you do this, you will begin to step into the person you were always meant to be. You will become the kind of person who stands tall, no matter what others say or do. You will be the one who leads by example, who shows others that they too can rise above the negativity and live a life filled with peace, strength, and self-love. The more you practice this, the more you will become the living proof that respect is earned by being true to yourself, by setting boundaries, and by refusing to let anyone take away your power. This is the life you're meant to live. It's time to claim it. Every time you choose to protect your peace, you're choosing to step into your highest potential. Every time you refuse to let someone's disrespect define you, you're choosing to honor your true self. And the more you practice this, the more you will begin to realize just how much power you hold over your own life. You hold the power to create the kind of life you want. One where your peace, your happiness, and your worth are never compromised by the actions of others. You are the architect of your reality, and when you take back control, you'll see just how much potential you've had all along. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that the only way to get respect is by demanding it, by forcing it from others. But real respect is never about force. It's about presence. It's about the energy you project, the way you carry yourself, and the way you stand firm in your boundaries. People can sense strength, and when you stop reacting to disrespect, when you stop letting others get under your skin, they begin to recognize something powerful in you. They begin to see someone who is unwavering, someone who doesn't need to prove their worth because they already know their value. And that's when they start to respect you. Not because you've demanded it, but because you've commanded it with your presence. This is a shift in mindset that will transform your life. When you stop letting other people's words and actions dictate how you feel, you begin to take ownership of your emotions, your thoughts, and your reactions. You become the master of your emotional state. And that level of control over yourself is the ultimate freedom. You will no longer be at the mercy of how others treat you. You will no longer be dragged down by the negativity around you. Instead, you'll rise above it, knowing that no one can touch your inner peace unless you allow it. But the beauty of this transformation is that it doesn't just protect you from the negative energy of others. It empowers you to create the life you truly want. When you stop giving your energy to people who don't value you, you free up that energy to pour into things that actually matter. You begin to invest in yourself, in your dreams, in your growth. You focus on what you can control, the actions you take, the thoughts you think, the choices you make. And as you do this, you create a life that's aligned with your deepest desires, a life that's filled with purpose, peace, and positive energy. Think about the people who inspire you, the ones you look up to, the ones who seem unshakable. What do they all have in common? It's not that they've never faced disrespect or challenges. It's that they've learned to rise above it. They've learned that their worth is not determined by the opinions of others. They've learned that the key to success, to peace, and to true happiness is found in staying grounded in who they are, no matter what the world throws at them. And you can do the same. As you continue on this journey, you will start to notice a shift in how you perceive yourself. You'll stop looking for validation from others because you'll realize that it's never been necessary. You are already whole. You are already worthy. And when you truly embody this belief, it changes everything. You begin to see the world differently. You begin to attract people, opportunities, and experiences that are aligned with the energy you're putting out. The more you protect your peace, the more that peace will surround you. This is your power. This is your freedom. No one can take it away from you unless you let them. And from this place of strength, you'll see just how far you can go, how much you can achieve, and how much impact you can make. You don't need to fight for respect. You don't need to fight for validation. You already have it within you. And when you step into that truth, there is nothing that can stop you. When you begin to fully embrace the power of your own worth, something shifts inside you, something unshakable. You realize that no one, no matter how harsh or rude, can take away your sense of self. Their words, their actions, their disrespect all lose their hold over you. And as you free yourself from the need to engage with their negativity, you start to feel an incredible sense of liberation. You stop feeling like you're at the mercy of the world around you. Instead, you become the creator of your own experience. You get to decide how you show up in the world, and that decision is everything. You don't need permission to feel confident. You don't need someone else approval to walk through the world with your head held high. Confidence isn't a gift given to a select few. It's something you can cultivate from within by simply recognizing your value and refusing to accept anything less than respect. Every time you stand tall in the face of disrespect, you're reinforcing that confidence. Every time you choose to walk away from negativity, you're reinforcing your belief in your own worth. The power to shape your life is in your hands, and it's always been there. The moment you realize this, you start to make different choices. You stop allowing others to dictate your emotions, your behavior, and your path. You stop worrying about what others think, and you begin to focus on what you think about yourself. You start moving toward your goals with clarity and conviction because you know you deserve to achieve them. You stop hesitating, stop second-guessing yourself, and start taking bold steps forward. The beauty of this transformation is that it doesn't require anyone else to change. You don't need the people who disrespect you to apologize or act differently. All you need is to change how you see yourself and how you react to the world around you. When you stop letting their actions dictate your peace, you reclaim the power that was always yours. You stop letting them control how you feel, and you start choosing how you feel instead. This shift is powerful. It is life-changing. And the truth is, the more you protect your peace, the more you start to notice a shift in the people around you. Those who once tried to tear you down, those who once disrespected you, will begin to realize that their tactics don't work. They will see that your strength, your confidence, and your inner peace can't be touched. And when they see that, something in them will change. They will either respect you more or they will walk away. And both outcomes are victories for you. The person who is rooted in their own worth doesn't need to argue or fight for respect. They already have it. And the more you embody this truth, the more you'll begin to see respect flowing into your life naturally. It's not about demanding it. It's about showing up as the person you were always meant to be. A person who knows their worth, who doesn't tolerate disrespect, and who is unshaken by the negativity of others. This is the freedom you've been searching for, the freedom that comes from knowing that no one can diminish your light unless you allow them to, the freedom to walk through life with your head held high, no matter what others say or do, the freedom to pursue your dreams with unwavering confidence because you know you deserve them. You are not defined by the way others treat you. You are defined by the way you treat yourself. And when you start treating yourself with the respect you deserve, you begin to unlock a life that is filled with limitless possibilities. The more you honor yourself, the more the world will honor you. You begin to attract everything you've ever wanted: respect, love, success, because it all starts with how you see yourself. And once you see your worth, nothing can stop you from stepping into the life you've always dreamed of. You've already taken the first step in reclaiming your power by recognizing that disrespect doesn't define you, but the real shift begins when you realize that you are the one who gets to set the tone. Your response to any situation, whether positive or negative, is the true reflection of who you are. When someone disrespects you, they are showing you their own inner turmoil, not yours. And the more you internalize this truth, the more you begin to see just how little power they actually have over you. The world around you will always test your boundaries, but it is within your power to decide how much influence it has over your peace of mind. You've already unlocked the ability to walk through life with resilience, but now you can elevate that resilience to a higher level. Imagine what would happen if you made the conscious choice every single day to protect your peace no matter what. What if, instead of reacting with anger or frustration, you simply remained grounded in your own strength, unwavering in your belief that nothing outside of you could disturb your inner calm? Every time you make that choice, you are training your mind to be unshakable. You are strengthening your emotional muscle, building a fortress of peace within yourself that no external force can penetrate. This power comes from within you, and it's only waiting to be harnessed. The moment you stop seeking validation from others and instead turn inward, you realize that you are the only person who can truly validate yourself. The opinions of others lose their weight. The harsh words, the rude comments, the slights, none of them can touch you unless you let them. When you stop handing your power over to others, when you stop letting them control how you feel, you take back your peace. You take back your life. Every day that you stand firm in your worth, every day that you choose to stay grounded in who you are creating a new future for yourself. You stop living in reaction to others and begin living with intention. And in this space of intention, you find true freedom. You find the freedom to be yourself without fear of judgment, the freedom to speak your truth, live your truth, and own your truth without needing anyone else's approval to do so. This is the kind of power that can change everything. It doesn't require confrontation. It doesn't require conflict. It just requires you to believe in yourself, to trust in your own worth, and to refuse to let anyone take that from you. When you do this, the world around you begins to shift. You stop tolerating people who drain your energy, who disrespect your boundaries, and who undermine your sense of self. You stop settling for toxic environments and start creating the kind of life you deserve. A life filled with respect, love, and support. And as you continue to protect your peace, as you continue to walk in alignment with your own worth, you will begin to see that the world starts to respect you in ways you never expected. People begin to treat you differently, not because you demanded it, but because you radiate a confidence that cannot be ignored. They begin to recognize that you're not someone to be disrespected. They see the strength in you, the inner power you've cultivated, and they start to treat you with the dignity you've always deserved. The more you practice this, the more it becomes second nature. Your sense of self-respect grows, and the world mirrors that respect back to you. You stop questioning your worth, you stop seeking validation, and you stop letting other people's opinions shape your reality. And when you truly live from this place, you will discover that you are capable of achieving anything. You are capable of creating a life that is filled with purpose, abundance, and peace. You are capable of stepping into the highest version of yourself because nothing can hold you back. Not disrespect, not negativity, not fear. The truth is, you are unstoppable. The moment you realize that no one's words or actions can take away your inner peace, you step into the fullness of your potential. You begin to live not just for today, but for the future you're creating, a future where you are the one who defines your worth, your peace, and your path. And in that future, there is nothing that can stand in your way. You will become the person you've always wanted to be, the person who is unwavering, the person who radiates strength, the person who knows their value, and who will never, ever allow anyone to make them feel small again. When you begin to see the world through the lens of your own worth, everything changes. The way you interact with others shifts. The way you move through life shifts. You start to walk in a way that is different from most people because you know something they don't. The power to control your peace and your happiness has always been within you. The moment you realize that no one can take your peace unless you give it to them, the moment you realize that disrespect is simply a reflection of the other person's inner struggle, you become untouchable. You rise above petty drama, above the judgments and criticisms of others, and you begin to live on a higher level. The beauty of living from this place is that it doesn't require anyone else to change. It doesn't require anyone else to apologize, to behave differently, or to treat you better. All that matters is that you have chosen to step into your own power. You've chosen to live as the person who knows their value and won't tolerate anything less. And that's when you begin to see the magic happen. The more you honor your worth, the more you begin to see others respond to you differently. No one can disrespect you unless you allow them to. When you stop giving power to disrespectful behavior, it loses its hold on you. But this doesn't just change the way others treat you. It changes the way you treat yourself. Every time you choose to protect your peace, every time you refuse to engage with negativity, you are sending a powerful message to yourself. I am worthy of respect. I am worthy of peace. I am worthy of happiness. And when you send this message to yourself over and over again, it becomes your truth. You begin to show up for yourself in ways you never thought possible. You make decisions that honor your well-being, your mental health, and your emotional strength. You stop settling for less than you deserve, and you start demanding the life that reflects your worth. The most incredible thing about this transformation is that it becomes effortless. The more you practice standing firm in your boundaries, the more natural it feels. The more you protect your peace, the less room there is for negativity to take hold. It becomes second nature to walk away from situations that don't serve you, to disengage from conversations that drain your energy, and to choose environments that nurture your growth. And as you continue to protect your peace, the more you'll find that your energy is drawn to things that uplift you, opportunities, people, and experiences that align with your highest potential. You stop wasting time on people who don't see your worth. You stop investing emotional energy into situations that drain you. You begin to see that the only person whose opinion truly matters is yours. You begin to see that the only person who can define your worth is you. And as you embrace this truth, you begin to experience life on a deeper level. You move with purpose. You act with clarity. You choose what brings you joy and peace, and you leave behind everything that doesn't. This shift in perspective creates a ripple effect in every area of your life. Your career will thrive because you no longer settle for less than you deserve. Your relationships will deepen because you attract people who respect you for who you are, not for what you can do for them. Your health and well-being will improve because you stop carrying the emotional weight of negativity. When you protect your peace, you create space for all the things that make life worth living: growth, love, success, and fulfillment. The most powerful thing you can do for yourself is to stay true to your worth. When you do this, the universe aligns with your energy. You attract the people, opportunities, and experiences that match the value you place on yourself. And as you continue to walk this path, you begin to see that there is no limit to what you can achieve. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is a decision to step into your power and never allow anyone to take it from you. You are worthy. You are powerful. And when you stop letting others disrespect you, you step into the highest version of yourself. You become the person who attracts everything they've ever wanted, because when you know your worth, the world knows it too. When you begin to honor your worth, something incredible happens. You start to shift the way you see every aspect of your life. No longer will you allow people to treat you as if you're anything less than amazing, because you now understand that your value is inherent, not something to be negotiated. Every moment spent protecting your peace, every time you stand up for your own worth, you reinforce the belief that you deserve the best this life has to offer. And the more you believe this, the more your reality will begin to reflect it. You will see the changes, not just in how others treat you, but in the opportunities that come your way, the people who surround you, and the life you are creating for yourself. The universe mirrors back the energy you give it. When you project confidence, self-worth, and an unshakable belief in your value, the world responds accordingly. People will stop testing your boundaries because they can feel the strength in your energy. They will begin to respect you, not because you demanded it, but because you commanded it through your presence. This is where true power lies, not in fighting or in confrontation, but in simply being so sure of your own worth that no external negativity can touch you. It's a power that radiates from within, attracting only what aligns with your highest good. But this journey is not just about how others see you, it's about how you see yourself. It's about choosing to believe in your own strength, your own abilities, and your right to take up space in this world. So many people live their lives constantly seeking validation from others, hoping that someone will tell them they are enough. But the truth is, you'll never feel truly enough until you give yourself permission to be so. You are the only one who has the power to determine your worth. And once you realize this, the way you approach every situation changes. You stop seeking approval. You stop looking for someone to tell you that you matter, because deep down you know you already do. You'll find yourself walking into rooms with confidence, speaking your truth without hesitation, and setting boundaries that protect your energy. You won't settle for relationships or circumstances that drain you. Instead, you'll create a life that is filled with people who appreciate and value you for who you are. You will attract opportunities that align with your vision because you are living in alignment with your highest potential. This is the life you deserve, and it is available to you the moment you choose to step into your power and protect your peace. The strength to do this comes from the deep realization that you are worthy of every good thing. Every time you allow disrespect to slide off your back, you are proving to yourself that you can stand firm in your own truth, regardless of external circumstances. You are teaching yourself to trust your instincts, to honor your emotions, and to never settle for anything less than what you deserve. And when you do this consistently, you begin to see just how much you can accomplish when you're no longer weighed down by negativity or self-doubt. It's a transformation that starts on the inside, but it spills out into every area of your life. Your relationships become more authentic, your career becomes more fulfilling, your health and well-being improve as you stop carrying the emotional burden of other people's negativity. You start to become the best version of yourself because you are no longer allowing anything or anyone to limit your potential. And when you step into this version of yourself, the world begins to open up in ways you never imagined. The doors you once thought were closed begin to open and opportunities flow effortlessly toward you. This is what happens when you make the decision to stop letting others dictate your peace and your happiness. You are the creator of your own reality. You are the one who decides how you show up in this world. And the more you embody the belief that you deserve respect, love, and peace, the more you will see those things manifest in your life. You are powerful beyond measure. Don't ever forget that. The moment you choose to protect your peace and stand firm in your worth, you begin to unlock a life that is truly extraordinary. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can stand in your way. The most powerful change you will experience is not when others start treating you better, but when you begin treating yourself better. This is the shift that unlocks everything. The moment you stop looking to others for validation and start validating yourself, you release the chains that have been holding you back. No longer will you base your worth on what others think or say. Your self-esteem becomes unshakable because it is rooted in your own sense of value, not external opinions. This is when you truly become free. When you stop depending on others to make you feel good about yourself, you realize that you are the source of your own power, and that power is limitless. When you start living from this place, your entire perspective changes. Every challenge you face becomes an opportunity to prove to yourself just how strong you are. You begin to trust in your ability to navigate difficult situations with grace, to stand firm in your beliefs, and to protect your peace no matter what. You no longer fear confrontation because you know that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. Your strength comes from the understanding that no one has the power to disrupt your inner peace unless you allow it. You realize that you are the one who decides how much influence external negativity will have on your life. With this realization comes an unwavering commitment to yourself. You stop settling for toxic relationships, for situations that drain your energy, and for environments that stifle your growth. You start making decisions that reflect your worth. You begin to attract the people, experiences, and opportunities that align with your highest vision for yourself. This is the life you deserve, a life where your boundaries are respected, where your peace is protected, and where your dreams are within reach, because you are showing up for yourself in ways you never thought possible. And here's the most powerful part of it all. The more you stand firm in your worth, the more you begin to create a ripple effect in the world around you. As you live with authenticity, as you protect your peace and honor your value, others begin to notice. They begin to see your strength, your confidence, and your unwavering commitment to yourself. The people who once disrespected you, the ones who tried to bring you down, will no longer have the power to affect you. Your energy will be so solid, so centered, that it will no longer matter how they treat you. Their negativity will have no place in your life. They will either rise to meet your energy or they will fade away. And both outcomes are victories for you. Your life is a reflection of how you treat yourself. The more you honor your own worth, the more the world will mirror that back to you. You will attract the kind of love, success, and fulfillment that you've always dreamed of, because you are no longer waiting for someone else to validate your existence. You are validating yourself. You are saying, I am enough just as I am. I don't need anyone's permission to thrive. I don't need anyone's approval to be at peace. As you continue to cultivate this sense of self-worth, you will find that your confidence grows. You will feel more empowered to speak your truth, to pursue your goals with passion, and to take bold steps toward the life you've always wanted. You won't be afraid to go after what you deserve because you will know that you are worthy of every success, every blessing, and every joy that comes your way. The power you hold within yourself is unparalleled. The moment you choose to believe in your own value and stop tolerating disrespect, you unlock a future filled with possibilities. You stop living for the approval of others and start living for yourself. This is when you become unstoppable. And when you truly live from this place of unwavering self-worth, nothing can stand in your way. No disrespect, no negativity, no limitation can stop you from living the life you were always meant to live. You are worthy of greatness. You are worthy of respect. You are worthy of a life that reflects the incredible person you are. The real transformation happens when you stop allowing external forces to dictate how you feel about yourself. The moment you begin to recognize that your worth is not up for debate, everything changes. It's no longer about seeking validation from others. It's about becoming the person who recognizes their own power. You stop looking for signs of approval because you know deep down that your value is not something anyone else can determine. It's a truth that exists within you, waiting to be embraced, waiting to be lived. This is the shift that turns your life into a magnetic force, attracting everything you've always wanted. The more you claim your own worth, the more the world responds in kind. When you stop tolerating disrespect, you stop allowing negativity to take root in your life. The people who used to take advantage of your kindness, the ones who tried to walk all over you, they will no longer be able to affect your peace. You will have built a shield of self-respect that is so strong they won't even be able to touch you. The moment you begin to protect your energy with fierce intention, you begin to see the truth. You are untouchable. Not because you fight back or engage in conflict, but because you have chosen to live in a way that reflects your true worth. This power does not come from confrontation, but from knowing exactly who you are. And when you know who you are, you don't need anyone else to tell you. Your presence, your energy, your calm, these become your statements. People begin to treat you differently, not because you demand it, but because you radiate an energy that says, I am worth respecting. And that energy is contagious. When you believe in your own value, others will begin to see it too. It becomes impossible for them to dismiss your worth because they can feel it in every action you take, every word you speak, every decision you make. The key to all of this is in the way you treat yourself. You must choose to act in ways that honor your worth, even when it feels uncomfortable. When you stop allowing yourself to be treated as anything less than extraordinary, you send a powerful message to the universe. I deserve better. I deserve to be treated with respect and kindness. And when you take that stand, the universe will start to shift in your favor. Opportunities will come your way that you never imagined. Relationships will become more aligned with your true values. Success will flow to you effortlessly because you are no longer blocking it with doubt, fear, or self-neglect. You have created space for greatness to enter your life simply by choosing to honor your own worth. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, when the world tries to remind you of past insecurities, but those moments won't shake you. The more you practice protecting your peace, the more automatic it becomes. You won't need to think twice about walking away from situations that drain you or people who disrespect you. Your boundaries will be clear. Your confidence will be unwavering. You will no longer question your own worth because you know deep in your soul that you are deserving of everything good this life has to offer. This journey is not for the faint of heart. It requires courage. It requires strength. It requires you to stand in your truth, even when the world tries to tell you that you're not enough. But once you make the decision to stop tolerating disrespect, everything begins to shift. Your life transforms in ways you could never have imagined. And the best part? It's not about changing the world around you. It's about changing the way you show up in the world. The moment you step into your own worth, you begin to unlock a version of yourself that is unstoppable. You begin to live a life that is aligned with your deepest desires and your highest potential. You are worthy. You are powerful. And when you stop letting others determine your worth, you create a life that reflects the incredible strength that lies within you. You are standing on the edge of something extraordinary. The moment you embrace your worth, you unlock a door to a life you've always dreamed of. But here's the truth, the door is already open. The only thing left for you to do is walk through it. The key to that transformation lies in your ability to let go of the need for validation from others. Once you stop seeking approval, you open yourself up to a world where your dreams are not only possible, they are inevitable. This is where true freedom begins. The moment you stop worrying about what others think of you, you take back control. You stop allowing their opinions to influence how you feel about yourself. No longer will you shrink to fit into someone else's idea of who you should be. You begin to walk into every room with your head held high, knowing that you are enough just as you are. The need to please people, to seek their approval, starts to dissolve. And in its place is a deep sense of inner peace, because you know that you are worthy of respect, love, and success. When you claim this space for yourself, the world has no choice but to adjust. People will begin to treat you the way you treat yourself, when you respect your own boundaries. When you set clear expectations for how you should be treated, others will follow suit. They may not even realize they're doing it, but they will start to respect you in ways that they never did before. And this is where the magic happens. You no longer have to fight for respect. You no longer have to beg for validation. It simply flows toward you because it is the energy you are emitting. Your power is in the stillness of knowing that you do not need to chase after validation. You do not need to prove yourself to anyone. You are already enough. Every action you take, every word you speak, every choice you make is an affirmation of that truth. And when you show up in the world from a place of deep self-respect, you send a message to the universe: I am ready to receive everything that is meant for me. I am open to all the abundance, all the love, and all the opportunities that are already on their way. And the universe will respond. Doors will open. Relationships will shift. You will start to notice that you are no longer fighting against the current of your own life, but moving with it effortlessly. But this is not just about attracting external validation. It's about recognizing that the only validation that matters is the one you give yourself. It's about understanding that you are worthy of respect, not because someone else tells you so, but because you believe it. It's about knowing that no one, not a single person, has the power to determine your value. Only you have that power. And when you fully step into that power, when you claim your worth as non-negotiable, everything in your life begins to shift. This is where true courage lies. It's easy to let the opinions of others dictate your actions, to seek approval from the people around you. But the real courage is in standing firm in your own truth. No matter what, the real strength is in knowing that you are enough, with or without the approval of others. You are worthy, regardless of what anyone says. And the more you stand in that truth, the more you begin to align with the life you were always meant to live. This journey requires you to step into your own greatness, to stop apologizing for taking up space, to stop dimming your light for fear of outshining others. You were born to be powerful. You were born to make an impact. And once you embrace your own worth, there is nothing, absolutely nothing, that can stop you. You will become unstoppable, unshakable, and undeniable, and the life you've always wanted will be yours because you finally believed you deserved it. When you start living from this place of self-respect, your entire reality begins to transform. It's not just about how others treat you, it's about how you choose to treat yourself. Your self-worth becomes the foundation of everything you do. Every choice, every action, every thought is a reflection of how much you value yourself. And when that value is unwavering, the world has no choice but to match your energy. No longer will you allow anyone to take up space in your life who doesn't appreciate who you are. You will recognize the difference between people who truly honor you and those who drain you. And you'll choose to invest your time and energy into the relationships that elevate you. As you step into your own worth, you begin to see your life in a new light. You start to notice the opportunities that were always there, waiting for you to step forward and claim them. You see the potential in every moment, the power in every decision, and the strength in every step you take. Your dreams, which once felt far off and unattainable, now feel possible because you believe you deserve them. And that belief changes everything. When you truly believe in your worth, you stop second-guessing yourself. You stop doubting your ability to succeed. Instead, you take bold actions, trusting that you are more than capable of achieving everything you set your mind to. This power is yours to wield. When you stop seeking validation from others, you stop letting them hold the key to your happiness. You become the author of your own story, the creator of your own destiny. No longer will you be a passive player in your life. You will take the reins, charting your own course, making decisions based on what is best for you, not on what others think you should do. You will realize that the only person you need to prove anything to is yourself. And when you reach this place of self-empowerment, you begin to understand something profound. Your worth is not tied to your circumstances or the opinions of others. Your worth is innate. It is unshakable. It exists because you exist. You don't need to earn it. You don't need to prove it. It is simply there. And when you truly grasp this, you begin to walk through life with a sense of ease, knowing that you are worthy of everything you desire. You begin to see challenges not as obstacles, but as stepping stones to your growth. You understand that you are capable of navigating anything that comes your way because you trust yourself and your ability to handle whatever life throws at you. Your life will no longer be defined by the opinions of others. You will no longer seek validation from people who don't see your value. Instead, you will become the source of your own validation. You will recognize that you are worthy, not because someone else told you so, but because you know it deep within your soul. And the more you embody this belief, the more the world reflects it back to you. You will start to attract the people, experiences, and opportunities that align with your truth. Your life will become a reflection of the respect you have for yourself, and as you stand firm in your worth, you'll see the world around you begin to shift. You will no longer tolerate disrespect because you will know that you deserve better. You will no longer let fear hold you back because you will know that you are capable of achieving anything. Your journey to embracing your worth has only just begun. Every step you take from here on out will be one of growth, empowerment, and transformation. And as you continue to stand tall in your value, you will find that there is nothing, no challenge, no setback, no person who can stand in the way of your greatness, because you are no longer waiting for someone to validate you. You are living from a place of knowing that you are already enough. And that in itself is the most powerful force in the universe. The truth is, you are already standing in the power of your own worth. Every decision, every action you take from here on out is an expression of that truth. But it will require one thing from you: unshakable belief. You must believe with every fiber of your being that you are deserving of everything good this world has to offer. Because when you believe it, the universe aligns with you. The doors that once seemed closed begin to swing wide open. The opportunities you once thought were out of reach will suddenly feel accessible. The relationships that once drained you will transform, either into something that nourishes you or naturally fade away, leaving space for the ones that truly resonate with your energy. And in this transformation, you will begin to see just how powerful you really are. The world has spent years trying to convince you that you are not enough, that you have to prove your worth, that you have to chase after validation. But now you understand that the only validation that matters is the one you give yourself. When you stop waiting for someone else to tell you that you are enough, you unlock a power that no one can take away. You realize that your worth is inherent, unchangeable, and eternal. You are not something to be proven. You are something to be embraced. This shift is profound. When you start living from the truth of your own worth, you begin to attract everything you desire, because the energy you put out into the world is the energy that comes back to you. The more you respect yourself, the more respect flows toward you. The more you trust yourself, the more trust others will have in you. You stop shrinking. You stop second-guessing. You stop questioning your place in this world. Instead, you walk through life knowing that you belong exactly where you are, that you have the power to create the life you desire. Your energy will become magnetic. People will notice. Opportunities will appear. But most importantly, you will begin to notice yourself, your own power, your own potential, your own greatness.